Hi, reception. Let's have a read together of Oliver's vegetables, and let's listen carefully to all of the vegetables that Oliver pulls up and eats in the story, and see if you can hear the days that he pulls them up and all the different amazing vegetables in this book, because there might be some that you haven't heard before. Oliver's vegetables. Finish up, Oliver, said his mum, or we'll miss the bus. Can't we walk to Grandpa's house? Asked Oliver. No, said his mother. It's too far. Hurry up. Wow, can you see them all growing? Look at that vegetable patch. The best thing about Grandpa's house was the wonderful garden. Oh, I grow all my own vegetables, Grandpa said proudly. I don't eat vegetables, Oliver told Grandpa. I only eat chips. If you want chips, said Grandpa, you must find the potatoes. If you find something else, you eat that. No complaints. Is it a bargain? Can you see them shaking hands? It's a deal. Oliver ran around the garden, but he couldn't see any potatoes. They must be hiding, he said, and pulled at the nearest leaves. Carrots, said Grandpa. Just the thing for Monday lunch. Oliver ate his first carrots for lunch. Oliver took a long time making up his mind on Tuesday. Gran and Grandpa came to watch him. Those crinkly leaves are pretty, he said at last. Are the potatoes there? Spinach, said Grandpa. They had spinach for supper. That was good, said Oliver. Look at those lovely green, luscious spinach leaves. Yummy. There's lots of iron in spinach as well. On Wednesday, Oliver got up early. Potatoes are very important, he said, so they must have big leaves. Here they are. Grandpa smiled. That's rhubarb. They had rhubarb pie that evening. That was very good, said Oliver. Rhubarb pie, interesting. So they made a vegetable into a pie, into a dessert. That is interesting. It's amazing what you can do with vegetables. It rained on Thursday. When it stopped, Oliver hurried outside. Have you found the potatoes? Grandpa asked. No, said Oliver. I found slugs and snails. Are they eating my potatoes? Grandpa shook his head. No, that's cabbage. Oliver had 2 helpings. Very, very good, he said. Wow, he's eating cabbage. That's very healthy. On Friday, Oliver was sure that he had found the potatoes. When he pulled at the leaves, up came some beetroot. That night, Oliver ate all of his beetroot salad. Very, very, very good, he said. There's beetroot. I'm not sure if any of you have got that at home or seen it, but it's bright, lovely, purpley pink colour, and it's so, so good for you. Any vegetable that's got lots of lovely colours in is really healthy. On Saturday, Oliver played football. The ball landed in a tangle of sticks and leaves. Oliver was sure the potatoes weren't there, and Grandpa nodded. Peas, he said. Oliver had 3 helpings of pea soup that evening. Was that good? Asked Grandpa. No, said Oliver. It was delicious. Goodness. Putting all the vegetables into the soup. So interesting. Oliver rushed into the garden on Sunday. Here they are. How did you know? Asked Grandpa. Well, they were the only things left, said Oliver. He spotted them. Can you see them? So that was on Sunday. Can we have chips? chips now?" Oliver asked. "You scrub the potatoes," said Gran, "and I'll peel them. Grandpa can cut them up." Making chips from scratch from the potatoes. Oliver, Gran and Grandpa sat down to eat. The door opened and in walked Oliver's mother. She saw the plate of chips. "Oh dear, I did hope Oliver would eat something different while he was here," she said. Oliver and Grandpa looked at each other. His mother stared as they laughed and laughed and laughed. That's the end. So, they were laughing, weren't they? Because he did eat lots and lots of different vegetables in that story. He didn't just eat chips for a week. So let's have a look what he had. So first of all, he got there and he made a deal, didn't he, with his grandpa to see if he could find the potatoes. So he had a look, and the first thing he pulled up on Monday was carrots. Well done, he pulled up some carrots on Monday. You can see him there fighting with the dog for them. Lovely. And what did he find on Tuesday? Can you remember? Those lovely green, luscious spinach leaves. Yeah, on Tuesday he found some spinach leaves. Still not the potatoes though. Whoa, and what did he pull up on Wednesday? Can you remember what that strange vegetable was called? Starts with a Yeah, it's rhubarb. And look at the lovely colour of it. It's like this quite bright pink colour. And people use rhubarb to, they put lots of sugar on it. And they cook it up and they make crumble. And in this story, they made a pie with it. I imagine it was a sweet pie. And yeah, and it's good to use for desserts. And it grows quite well, rhubarb, from what I've heard. And what about on Thursday? What did they find on Thursday? What did he pull up? Yeah, he pulled up cabbage, didn't he? Lovely big green leafy cabbage. They've got these enormous leaves on them, cabbages. That's what he pulled up on Thursday. And Friday was that lovely, bright, well, deep pink, pinky purple vegetable, starting with a beetroot. Well done, beetroot. Pulled up beetroot on Friday. Still hasn't got the potatoes yet though, has he? Let's have a look at Saturday. What are all these things on Saturday that he found? They grow up sticks. Can you see there's a caterpillar and it's probably crawled up the stem? Because these peas, well done, it's peas, they grow up a big tall plant. And they grow in these little pods. And you pop them out the pods. And that's like the peas that we see and we eat. We don't often eat them. We don't often see them in their pods still. We usually see them popped out. And they were made into a soup in this book. So on Saturday, there were some peas. And on Sunday was the day, wasn't it, that they found all the potatoes. And he said that he found them. He was being honest. He said, "I found them because I knew they were there. They were the only things left in the garden." So there we go, on Sunday. He did find those potatoes. So he tried lots and lots of vegetables in his week that he was staying with his grandpa and gran. And I've got something here. I've got a letter. And it's from, I've already had a little read of it, but I thought that I could read it to you now. Would you like to hear it? Yeah, it's from Oliver. And he's written us a big long letter. And I thought that you might like to hear what he's got to say. So he says, "To reception, please can you help me?" Can we help him? We'll wait and see what help he wants first. "My name is Oliver, and I have heard, that you have read the book about my grandpa's garden." Yep, we have, haven't we? "I was so busy enjoying all of my grandpa's vegetables that I've eaten them all. And his garden is empty." He must have just kept pulling up those vegetables and eating them all. There's none left in the garden now. My grandpa says he would like me to help him plant new vegetables. Oh, that's a good idea, isn't it? But I can't remember what I ate. Oh no, Oliver. I'm going shopping on Sunday to the garden centre to buy some seeds. Oh, that's good. We know a bit about seeds, don't we, reception? We know how to plant them. Please, could you write me a shopping list to take with me? Thank you for your help, from Oliver. Okay, so he basically says that he was so busy enjoying eating all of his grandpa's vegetables. He ate them all. Now he can't remember. Can't remember what he's eaten. So he wants us to try and remember for him and then write him a shopping list so that he can take it to the garden centre, buy some seeds, and then plant the seeds and grow them back again. And hopefully he won't eat them all again. Otherwise it would just be a crazy circle of planting and eating and planting and eating and planting and eating. So, do you think you can do that for Oliver? Could you write him a shopping list so you can think back and use the book to look back onto what Oliver pulled up from the garden? And you can either just write a list for him, maybe you could do some little tick boxes so he can tick off the seeds as he buys them, or you could write, on Monday, Oliver, you found some of these. On Tuesday, you found some of these. So you could write it in a bit more detail for him so he can remember what he's eaten on what days as well. I think you can do that, can't you? I'll let him know then. I'll tell him that you're going to write him a shopping list. And then when you write them, I'll send them over to him. And then hopefully he'll get back to us and tell us that we were very helpful. All right then, off you go, get started, and I will be sure to send them off in the post to him once you get them to me. Well done, reception.